Not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, man. Oh, there with the hands. Thought he could guard me. I ruin they plans. I do what I want. They do what they can. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100-yard dash.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go! Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard.
Come on, set. Hey, hold on. 54 Mike. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Murray now on first down. In the middle of the field, he's got Nelson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Nice pass that time by the #1 pick, Kyler Murray. Also drafted 9th in the Major League Baseball draft. He's the only person ever to be taken top 10 in both sports. Go back to his Allen High School days in Texas. He was 42-0 as a starting quarterback. Freshman year, he was at Texas A&M, then the transfer to Oklahoma, sat behind Baker Mayfield. Then his opportunity came last year. Boy, did he make the most of it. Won the Heisman Trophy and led the Sooners to the college football playoff. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Murray from midfield. Going to get this to his rookie. That's Andy Isabella. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop you,
and with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Murray with a 3rd and long. He'll rifle this one deep right into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays.
At the 42-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. DJ Swearinger, a sack on the safety blitz. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. And it's brought in by Washington. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Trying to lay one up deep. And this will be caught at the 30. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They'll try to draw now with Chubb. Oh, he's got a little daylight. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Nick Chubb, touchdown number 22 on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
First down, Murray. Murray fighting, lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led. They have pressure coming, and they got him once again. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. To throw is Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Throwing now is Murray. And that will be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So from the 36 now, first and 10. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Steeler football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a first and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Forward down. Forward down. You good? Slant.
On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left. He finds his man Johnson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
A gain of 9 yards. First down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
A gain of 16 yards. And a Steeler first down.
Block 80! Quarter! 50! We got 4. 6-6. Pull it high. Go! Check. You gonna take 2 of them. You got tight right there.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And his throw here's incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up second down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Hey, exit. Double.
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. They'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A gain of 6 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
Back to the air on 2nd down, it's Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. A big play there on the catch and run. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. To throw, it's Murray. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Looks for Nelson, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. This is intercepted. Picked up by Byron Murphy, the rookie from Washington. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO. Able to find Isabella. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Andy Isabella with touchdown number 12 on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They go with Chubb on second down. Trucks through him.
Oh, man, right through him.
And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play that time out of Chubb. Give him 42 yards on the ground. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. They went right back to him there, figuring one big play deserves another. You think maybe he called for it and said, hey, give me the ball again?
I think a lot of people operate under the whole idea of if they haven't stopped it, go until they do. You go right back at a guy because maybe his confidence might not be as high. In this case, he responded well.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait in, enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Murray. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Before this season started, Johnson said this new offensive system would allow him to really be effective in the passing game. He actually likened it to 2016 when he had almost 900 receiving yards. He said one of his goals is to become the 3rd player in league history to hit 1,000 yards rushing and receiving. The pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Flushed out right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb, and he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, orbit.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Here's Jordan Berry now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Let's go, baby.
First and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go...
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
I got it. Check it back. Check it back.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive.
Like 20. Mike 58 right there. Check.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Bravo.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
It's a gain of 6.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too. You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. Here we go with Johnson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Murray now to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Escaping the pressure right. He gets it left side to Johnson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 32 that time. Murray now on first down. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the score. And it's a fumble. Throwing on first down is Murray. Eluding the pressure right. Going for it all. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Pierre Garçon, his first touchdown on the year, as they are able to cut into that lead. Murray's going to keep this himself on the RPO, and he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the...
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Terrell Suggs has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. They give the Chubb out of the gun. Got some room at the 30. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. That is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. A gain of 13. It's a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
Roethlisberger's pass, thrown away and incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Hey, alert, 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 alert! Pilot, 64, weak. Alert, alert!
Ben to throw again. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. On the carry, it's Chubb. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards that time, but a Pittsburgh first.
Lock 80! 58, let's go, 8, 8, 8, 8! Stop it! Middle. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. 58 to Mike, 58. Go, Bill!
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. To the right side, incomplete to Washington. And he lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it, going the other way. He's got daylight. The 40. Past the 20. 10. And they bring this one back. A scoop and score. A fumble recovery touchdown for Arizona. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be taken in at the 1. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority number 1 because margin for error is starting to slip away. Now it's down to a 1-score game.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Roethlisberger will throw. And that is incomplete. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. A big spot now for the rookie Murray. Throw left side complete. That's Johnson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Murray with a 3rd and long. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Johnson. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback. Call it a gain of 5, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Looking deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of 2 halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple of things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. Bryant with a catch right side. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. 1st down, Murray. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, watch.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. They'll try and run. This is Johnson fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partner, is that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control. and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the two-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. They'll look to throw. He finds his man Johnson. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Steelers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 3. He gets this one to Johnson. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
1st down and 10.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Chubb running right. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Hey, check 24.
They run it again with Chubb. And some room to work. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Arizona, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll get another home date next week as the Browns will come to town. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.